if I don't do this now, then when? Like, yes, maybe later on, but later isn't guaranteed. So if there is something that is literally on your heart, something that you cannot stop thinking about for a single day, if not now, then when? Welcome to Path to Alignment with Hungry Yogi. My name is Natalie, your host. I'm a trauma-informed life alignment coach, yoga teacher, and retreat facilitator. If you made it here, you are ready to awaken parts of your soul that have been waiting to be unleashed. We will cover any and all aspects of the human experience. We get open and vulnerable about life and cover the shadows of life as well as the light. I'm so grateful that your soul found its way here. And if you would like to go deeper into your personal development journey, book a free 30-minute alignment call with me to learn about having me as your personal life coach. All the links to learn about my offerings are in the description. Without further ado, let's get aligned. Hello, welcome to Path to Alignment. Today I'm going to be talking about harnessing the energy of summer and igniting the fire within you, really optimizing your energy levels during this time. Summer is almost coming to an end, but there is still time to harness that inner fire, that power that is within you. And something I'm really passionate about, connecting to the seasons of nature and understanding that you are not separate from nature. Nature highly impacts the way that we show up in our lives. So it's very natural in the winter time to feel extremely tired or like you want to go inwards or less social, because it's a time where we actually do go inwards and kind of like hibernate. That's just part of our biological structure. Is in the winter, that's how we are just kind of programmed to show up. Now, it's not always like that, but it's definitely like a collective energy that occurs during the colder winter months, especially if you do live in a place that has the seasons like through and through. Like if you live in Canada or somewhere up north in New York and you experience the seasons fully, this very much applies to you. If you live in like Brazil or Colombia, areas of the world that just have like the same climate very much throughout the year, it's a little bit different. But overall, there is the external seasons that are happening outside of us, the winter, the summer, fall, spring. There's also the seasons that are happening within you. So we are constantly going through deaths and rebirths, moments in our lives where we feel really summery, really energized, moments in our lives where we feel really low and tired and introspective and inwards. So you have those seasons within you, whether or not it's happening outside. But there's something really beautiful about syncing yourself up with that season of nature. So if you've been listening to my podcast for a while, you know that I created a whole event retreat series that happens 4 times a year called Matcha Mama Yoga. And this event is literally to sync up with the season of nature. So I do this event every summer, fall, winter, and spring. And it's a community event where I bring people together and we do transformational work, breath work, yoga, connecting with nature. We drink matcha because I love matcha. And if you don't know what Pachamama means, Pachamama is the indigenous name for Mother Earth. And matcha, of course, I combined the two, created Matcha Mama, which is also an inspiration from my favorite smoothie shop in Tulum named Matcha Mama. So it was all kind of like a combination of that happened when I created the event. And it's really evolved into something amazing that has allowed people to transform, to heal, to grow, to evolve. It's honestly been my favorite thing in the world. And it's really been really beautiful to see the evolution of it because the community's grown so much and it's become a lot more solidified. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because I just had a Matcha Mama Yoga event a few weeks ago. This was my summer Matcha Mama Yoga event. So the whole theme of this event was fire, igniting the fire within, tapping into your inner power, working with the energy of summer, working with the energy of your solar plexus. So just really, that was the theme. And people came and they were ready to be ignited. So that was really what we did in this event. And I'm going to be sharing with you a few little takeaways from the event, as well as some some food for thought, some journal prompts that I created for the event that I want you to reflect on. So grab a pen and paper or have your phone nearby with your notes so that you can answer these questions when I'm going to be asking them later in the podcast episode. That way you can have a chance to reflect on your own inner summer and set some goals and see how you can harness that inner power, see how you're holding yourself back, or just like what is something that you're really wanting to embark on that you've been avoiding or not doing. First off, I'll start with saying, if you came to Matcha Mama, thank you so much. If you've come to any of the Matcha Mamas, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. It's been such a wonderful journey, and I've loved being able to just become like the vessel of the person that can create these events and bring them together. I want to thank everybody that helps me bring them together, because I have the most amazing team of people that come and help, sound healers, all the things. For this last Matcha Mama for the summer, it was very high energy. I had my girlfriend DJing. It was amazing. She DJed during my yoga class. I had my best friend playing the guitar during a yin yoga session. I had a bunch of sound healers playing the handpan and different instruments. I played my sound bowls. Oh my gosh, it was incredible. We even premiered a short film that I created with my friend, which we will be launching on YouTube very soon. So stay tuned for that. It's called Inner Fire, and it was all about fire. It was so perfect for the theme, which was not actually planned for this event. It just legitimately, divinely happened for the event. So, or during the same time. The whole theme was fire. It was to really have the energy be high. So I taught a really intense yoga class that was fiery. We had music that was fiery, that was igniting that. I had journal prompts that were really reflective. I had people do connection games to just really like open up the energy for the event and to get out of our comfort zone. So I hope you enjoyed it if you came. And if you didn't get to come, the next one will be coming very soon. I'll announce the date on my Instagram very, very soon. So anyways, this event ignited the fire within me so deeply. This event made me do things that I've never done before. I literally went for a run 2 days after the event, and I do not run. Like, that's not one of my things. That's not been anything that I've ever wanted to do. I've always told myself, like, I will never go for a run just for fun. Like, that's not going to happen. But 2 days after the event, I woke up and I was like, let's go for a run. So my girlfriend and I went for a run, and it was hot outside, and like the sun, I was just sweating. I was dripping. It was so great. I tried it again the other day. Wasn't as fun, but still, when I'm telling you, the energy from this event was like igniting. So it definitely got that summery energy going. And I think anybody that went that wasn't feeling very summery and was maybe going internally through like a winter season, they came out of there feeling hot and summery. So if you've heard an episode of mine that I did a really long time ago, this was one of my first episodes, and it was all about the seasons of nature, like syncing yourself up to the seasons of nature. I'll link it in this episode so that you can go through that and like really see how every season of nature impacts you, and how sometimes it can be really difficult to set massive goals in the winter because our body's just naturally going into this restore, just chill mode. And that in the summer, it can feel exciting to set goals, but also there are certain things that can happen in the summer for us that can be really intense. You can feel literally really burnt out in the summer, because in the summer we tend to do so many things. Like, everything comes to life around spring, but summer is like everything is in full action. All the concerts, all the things are happening, the pool parties, everyone's going to the beach, everyone's traveling. There's just a lot going on. Kids are out of school. So there's just so many activities that are happening in the summer naturally. So as humanity kind of wakes up in the summertime, it's very natural for you to feel that as well. And it's very, very common that we overpack our schedule during the summertime because there is this perceived high energy. But it's very important to be mindful of how you are showing up just in general in life to prevent yourself from burning out. So just being very conscious of, am I just going too fast? Am I saying yes to way too many things when I should actually be saying no to certain things, so that I can say yes to resting or to filling my own cup, to showing up for myself, right? So Those are certain things to really be aware of in the summertime. As summer is coming to an end, I invite you to take this as an opportunity to reflect on if you have been burning yourself out with anything, if you have been going way too hard with certain things, whether it's partying or just hanging out with people too much or working too much, like overworking yourself. And this goes also if you're listening to this like at any other time in life. This is really just being understanding and mindful of how you are harnessing your own energy. Something else I want to say with the energy of summer and like that internal energy of summer as well. Summer is associated with the element of fire. This is why we had a fire video. I give goodie bags to everyone. So the goodie bags that I had, I put little matches. And if you are watching the video, you can see right here the matches. And the matches have the flyer, the Matcha Mama flyer, and they say ignite the fire within. Put little incense sticks or Palo Santo sticks in people's bags. And yeah, so the element is fire. And I really wanted to keep that. I even put little volcanic rocks in everyone's goodie bags so that they could remember the event as a symbol. The element of fire is connected to our solar plexus. So our solar plexus chakra is a chakra that is around the belly area. This is our area or the chakra that is known for our self-esteem, for our self-worth, our confidence, how we show up in the world, how we speak, how we present ourselves. It's the way that you show up in your life, how we hold shame, guilt, anger. It's all connected to this energy center in your body. So if you know much about the chakras, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you have no idea what the chakras are, they're the energy centers in your body. There are 7 of them. There's hundreds of them, but there's 7 main chakras, and the solar plexus is one of them. And that chakra is connected to fire. So I wanted to keep the event really rooted around that solar plexus chakra energy, that energy of awakening your self-esteem, of overcoming your limits, of letting go of all of the blockages that are preventing you from stepping into your power, of also being very aware of like burnout. Am I burning myself out so much that I'm not even able to express my power, right? But the goal is like igniting that fire within, because I feel that the main reason that we hold back from doing things in life or from even just showing up as ourselves authentically is because we have blockages around our self-esteem, our self-worth. We feel shame. Shame is such a big emotion. And it's probably one of the most dense emotions that we can hold. It's one of those emotions that can really overshadow anything that you're doing. There's been so many times in my life that I have held back from doing certain things because of shame. I speak about it on the podcast. Shame is something that's held me back from even expressing myself on the podcast, from recording episodes sometimes, because I feel like there's just like shame that's preventing me from expressing myself. So yes, we have like the throat chakra, which is expression, but expression and authentic expression comes from that solar plexus working through the blockages that are preventing you from expressing yourself, right? So I'm going to read you guys a little bit about this journal that I made. So for every Matcha Mama Yoga, I create a little journal for people to fill out when they arrive to the event. They take it with them, and it's just a really nice way to reflect on where you're at in your life, what you want to work through, how you want to move through your life, right? So I'm going to be sharing some of this with you guys. And what I'm thinking is after every Matcha Mama event that I do, I'll probably record a podcast episode just to talk about it and to reflect on this and to give you guys a little bit of this. I know some of you that listen to me don't even live in Texas, Houston, so maybe it's not available for you to come to the events at this moment. So this is a really nice way to also just get a little sprinkle of that. So I'm going to read you guys what is on this journal prompt. I have so much fun creating these because I really get to like play with my own creativity and to think about the energy of the event, who's going to be there, how they're going to receive it. So here's what it says. Summer is a time to start new things, to be adventurous, to be risky and wild. The days are longer, the sun feels brighter, the external energy is high and in constant state of flow. Everything has fully blossomed and reached its peak. It's a time of high energy before we enter the colder months to go inwards and enter a journey of slowing down. This is also the time to harvest seeds that were planted in the winter and spring and bring them to full fruition. To continue to invest your energy into those goals that you set at the beginning of this year. You get to soak in this high energy and put it towards your goals. To do the thing that puts you out there, the thing that makes you a bit nervous or a lot nervous. So if you've been holding back from stepping out of your comfort zone and embarking on an adventurous journey, this is your time. Maybe it's a trip that you've been wanting to take or starting that run club that you've been dreaming of. Maybe it's putting more time and energy into a passion or a hobby. If not now, then when? And really quick, I want to touch on that final sentence. If not now, then when? The first time that I traveled to Tulum, Mexico, this is a sign that I would see every day driving down this main road in Tulum. And it just said, if not now, then when? So it was like a daily mantra. I was there for about a month, and it was like this daily mantra. Every time I would see it, it was like, if not now, then when? If not now, then when? And it's like, once you really ingrain that mantra into your body, into your mind, you really begin to believe like, okay, if I don't do this now, then when? Like, yes, maybe later on, but later isn't guaranteed. So if there is something that is literally on your heart, something that you cannot stop thinking about for a single day, if not now, then when? You really need to give your soul what it's desiring, because you can live your entire life just saying, okay, tomorrow, next week, next year, right? And yes, there are some things that do require time, but there are small steps that you can start taking. So if not now, then when? All right. This is where you get to grab your pen and paper. So I invite you to grab your pen and paper, grab your phone, and you can pause the video after every question so that you can take a little moment to answer the question. Or if you want, you can just write down the question, and then right after the episode, you can go down and go in and answer all the questions. And this is for you, but if you want to share your answers with me or share with me anything, go ahead and message me on Instagram, and I'm so happy to chat with you. Okay. So, prompt number 1. And I feel called to play this chime after or before every prompt. So, I had somebody gift me this at my Matcha Mama Yoga, and it is a little wind chime. The name of this wind chime is called Ignis, actually. So it was legitimately divine. So here I go. Ready? Prompt number 1. What are you proud of yourself for so far this year? List anything that comes up and take a moment to celebrate yourself. So pause this right now. Take a moment. All right. Welcome back. Question number 2. What is something that you've been holding back from doing, and why? Number 3. What are some goals that you've set for yourself? Out of the goals that you've set, what are some that you could commit to investing more energy into? What are goals that you could commit to investing more energy into? Number 4. What is a project or activity that you have been wanting to embark on? Can you set a specific date to start this? And literally right now, I want you to, if you're writing it right now, write it down what that thing that you've been wanting to embark on is. and set the date. Like go into your calendar, whether you use Google Calendar, whatever you use, and put on that day, like this is when I'm going to start this, whether it's like just even sitting down to start thinking about it. Like schedule in a time, a moment that you can start going into it and thinking about it. Okay. All right. Number 5. Love this thing. Is there anything that you have started that you would like to bring to completion? There are so many things that we start and we never finish. Like they just sit there forever. And sometimes that's okay because maybe it needed more time to sit while you're working on yourself, while you're working on certain other things that are going to help that. But is there something that you can seriously look at yourself at right now and be like, I really want to complete that. Like I started that and I just left it there, because this is something a lot of us tend to do. I know I do, where you set a goal for yourself and you start doing it and then it's like you just give up on it or you put it to the side and then you never look at it again. So take a moment of honesty with yourself. All right. Y'all ready? Is there something preventing you from igniting your inner fire? Something that's preventing you from shining your light in the world? Maybe it's shame. Maybe it's guilt. Maybe it's lack of self-worth, imposter syndrome. Anything that you feel is preventing you from igniting your inner fire. Next. I think this is 7. Who would you be if you didn't allow these things to dim your light? What would you be doing more of? How would you be showing up? I think a lot of the time we think that it's more about like what we're doing in life. We compare ourselves and we're like, I need to be doing more of this, doing more of that, doing. But really, it's about who are you being? Like how are you showing up in the world, you know? When you look at the things that are limiting you, that are holding you back from igniting your inner fire, like shame, guilt, imposter syndrome, who would you be without those things? Who would you actually be? I would be more confident. I would be someone that shows up every day. I would be more empowered, more in my power, right? So think less about like all the things that you should be doing and more who could I be being. And from that place, what would I be doing? Like if I am being someone that is letting go of shame, if I'm being someone that is not ashamed, that is in their power, then from that place, I am doing more of this, more of waking up early, more of going to the gym, more of feeding my body things that are healthy, right? So think about that. All right, we have 2 little questions left and then we're done here. All right. I want you to make a short list of really freaking exciting things that have happened in your life just this summer. So summer is almost coming to an end. I just want you to make a list of a few things that have happened for you this summer. The reason I want you to do that, when we acknowledge things in our lives that are exciting, that make our heart and soul like open up, we actually raise our frequency to the energy of what made that happen in the first place. So maybe, I don't know, you got a promotion at work. Maybe you went on a really amazing trip. Maybe, I don't know, you celebrated your birthday and you like felt extremely loved. Whatever it is that just has like sparked your heart and soul this summer, I want you to write down a few of the things that like really stand out to you and take a moment of deep, intense gratitude for that. Like literally feel it in your heart, that feeling of when that happened, how that felt for you. Get yourself in that energy, express gratitude for the fact that it happened for you. Okay. finally, this is a very important question, and it goes back to what I said at the beginning about burnout. While the high energy of summer can be really exciting, it can also lead to burnout because there is so much constant stimulation and we're in go, 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 go mode all the time. Are there some areas in your life that you could slow down in to feel more at ease? So take a moment to reflect on that, write that down, and those are the questions. Man, I love this thing. Get yourself a wind chime ASAP. So anyways, I hope that was helpful for you guys. I really hope that you go through and do those journal prompts that I just gave to you because they're really powerful and it's really, really, really great to have self-reflection. I think that we are often so distracted by everything that's happening in the world that it is hard to reflect on yourself and how you're doing. But ultimately, when you are filling your cup, when you're reflecting on yourself, it helps you see the world with more clarity. So everything that is within, that's what you're going to see on the outside. If you feel really unclear in here, if you feel really unstable in here, everything is going to be reflecting that in your world. Our outer world is a reflection of our inner world, of how we feel inside. We don't perceive things as they are. We perceive things as we are. So you are perceiving things from the way that you are in this moment. And that is ever changing. As you're changing, the way that you perceive life is also changing. So this is why self-reflection, personal development, all of this work is so important so that you can continue to see things with more clarity every single day and to remove that filter that is covering your eyes from seeing things clearly. Anyways, thank you for listening to Path to Alignment today. I love you so much. Please share this episode with anyone that you think would find this really helpful, and hope to tune in with you very soon.